Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brandon Shanae. Today I decided to do the mid-year book freakout tag. So let's get started. So today, the first question is the best book you've read so far in 2018. And the best book, I would have to say, The Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, which is her debut book, and it's going to become a movie as well. So I'm excited about that. It's inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, which I definitely love. This is a great book. I recommend it to anybody and everybody. The main character's name is Zaylee, and the premise of this book is pretty much that there's people that are being oppressed and disenfranchised, and so the character Zaylee, she said enough is enough, and she wants the Magi to have their magic back. So she and her brother, along with the princess that pretty much just betrayed her family, is on this journey to get their magic back. I'm not gonna say any more of it, of what's about, but yes, go check this out. I love this book. Great book. Okay, and the second question is the best sequel you've read so far in 2018. I would say Scarlet from the Lunar Chronicles, which was great. So yeah, I really love that book. It's, I like it. So I would say that's the best sequel that I've read so far in 2018. And then the third question is the new release you haven't yet, that you haven't read yet but want to. I would have to say Furyborn. I heard mixed reviews about this book, but I'm trying to get my head wrapped around it so I could try to read it. I'm hesitant to read it because I keep hearing these terrible reviews, but hopefully I'll get to it. But I would say this is the new release that I haven't read yet. The fourth question is the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Okay, there's a lot of them, but definitely Pride by Ibby Zaboy. I definitely would love to read that book for sure. And then we have, let's see, I want to read Seafire, and what else? There's a lot more, but those are definitely the top ones that I want to read. So definitely those. And then the fifth question is or whatever, is the biggest disappointment. I didn't have any disappointments. All the books I've read this year have been astonishing. I love it. It's just stunning. Love them all. There was no disappointment. I know that's hard to believe, but yes, I wasn't disappointed in any of the books that I've read so far this year. And so the next one is the biggest surprise. Okay, I have to go with The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. I was very surprised. It's a retelling of Little Mermaid, more on the feminist protagonist type thing going on here. And so for this book, since it was a reimagining of The Little Mermaid, I was skeptical. I didn't know if I was going to like it or whatever, because it's Little Mermaid, so it's oh my goodness, what could they possibly do as a retelling for The Little Mermaid? So I was very surprised. It's a great book. A lot of it has to do with women empowerment, so this is definitely a great book, and the cover is amazing and it's beautiful. So yes, I love it. I know some people didn't love it, but me, I liked it as just my opinion, but I loved it. And so the next question is your favorite new author or debut, or the new that you have, or new to me. And I would have to say, there's a couple actually. I want to say Tomi Adeyemi, Andy Thomas, and also we have Tiffany D. Jackson with that wrote Allegedly and Monday's Not Coming. I really love their books. They really focus on the African American community, which I love. They're bringing some love to us, so I love that. So I definitely would say those are the three authors that I like and that I love. And so let's go to the next question, and that is the newest fictional crush that I have. And I know this is terrible, but I just finally read An Ember in the Ashes, which I love. And of course my crush is Elias. I love Elias. He seems like a wonderful person. He was confused, but he's like, you know what, this is wrong. And I like Elias. He's my crush. Out of all the books that I read, he's my crush. And then the next question is the newest favorite character. And I'll have to say Zaylee from Children of Blood and Bone, because she was a badass and she's just amazing. So I definitely love Zaylee. And so then the next question is the book that made you cry, and I would have to say Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. It was really sad because you had Monday, who was missing for a year pretty much, and no one seemed to care or didn't like say, where is Monday? So, except her friend Claudia. And when you read this book, you'll find out why I cried. And if you have children, or if you want to have children, it's a really sad story. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But please go ahead and read it. It made me cry based on the premise of what it was about and what happened to Monday along with her other siblings. So definitely, I love this book. You should definitely read it. And so the next question that I have is the favorite book to film adaptation that you've seen this year. And please don't judge me, but okay, I did not see Everything until this year, and I did not read the book until this year. So, and that is, of course, Everything by Nicola Yoon. And this was a great book. It was definitely this amazing. I loved it. Sorry about the glare on the book, but the cover is just stunning. I loved it. Maddie, I love Maddie just because of, you know, she loved to read on top of everything else, and she didn't really know much. She was just pretty much in the plastic bubble, but in her home her whole life. So I love this. And Ollie, he was a great character as well. I know this may be a shock to you that I just read this book, but I love this book. And it was a great movie, but of course, books are always better than the movie. So I definitely have to say Everything as my movie to film adaptation. And I haven't read A Wrinkle in Time, so I didn't even see the movie yet. So I want to read the book first, which I have, and that's going to be on my TBR in August. So I definitely will read that, and maybe my my answer will change. And so then the next question is the favorite review you've written this year. I would have to say my favorite review would go to this book, The Hate That You Give. This book is also it's by Angie Thomas, and is also inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement. So I definitely love this book. This was amazing. And this is also going to be a movie, which I'm really excited for. You have this girl who lost her childhood friend and from a police shooting who just shot him for no reason. And so she finally has her voice later on in this book, which is really amazing. It tells you a lot about what's happening in the Black communities and all the assault, police brutality, and the police shootings that's been happening to young Black kids worldwide. So throughout the US, pretty much. So I really love this book. You should definitely read this book before you watch the movie, because the books are definitely going to be a little bit different than the movie, which I'm sure everybody knows, but definitely this book for sure. Okay. And let's see, the most beautiful book you bought or received this year. I guess I would have to say The Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, because you have the white hair, you have the little decorations of the hair, you know, like the band and everything, which I love. And then you have this, which is also amazing. I just love this. And then you have a little map in it. So I definitely love this. This was a great book, great cover. So I definitely said this is the most beautiful book that I've bought this year. So definitely, yes. And then what book do you need to read by the end of the year? I definitely need to read this, which is From Twinkle with Love. I haven't read it. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. But yes, I definitely want to read this. There's a lot of other things I want to read. I also want to read Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. I also want to read A Wrinkle in Time. There's like a lot of books that I want to read. I also want to read A Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston, I believe. And then I also want to read Brightly Burning by, I even forgot her name, but her last name is Dune. Alexa Dune, that's what it is. Alexa Dune, got it. So yes, those are the books that I really want to read before the year is out for sure. Sorry, that's my son. But yes, so this is the conclusion of my mid-year book freakout tag. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope if you love this video, please give me a thumbs up and also hit subscribe, please. And, yep, say hi.
Hi.
And so, like I said, have a wonderful day, you guys. Can't wait for another video. And also, so yes, I hope you have a wonderful day. Please hit subscribe. Please like. Also, leave me a comment on what books that you have read or what was your anticipated book. So yes, so thank you so much. See ya.